Hi guys, Paul at ISM. Welcome to another inbox review. Today we're going to be reviewing the brand new Special Hobby 132 Yak-3. Now, since the release of the Tempest and also my initial excitement to reviewing that kit, I've been looking forward to this kit being released. It was released last week. My sample arrived at the beginning of this week, and very nice kit. A lot smaller than the Tempest, quite surprised. And I will show you the comparison on the wing size in a bit, which just shows just how small an aircraft this actually was. Looks to be a good kit. There's not quite as much in there as you get with the Tempest, but it's a bit cheaper as well. I think the RRP is about £46. You can pick it up for £41 from emodels.co.uk. So not a bad price for a 32nd scale kit, and an initial look at the box, it does look half decent. So what we'll do is we'll have a spin round, we'll have a look at the kit and see what it looks like. Okay, so there we go. Beautiful box art again, yet again from Special Hobby. Absolutely fantastic. Looks like a pair of Yak-3s down at 109. Absolutely stunning box art. I wish you could get prints of these. Maybe you can, I don't know, but it's an absolutely stunning bit of box art. Very pretty. So it's kit number 32067. Like I say, you can get it from eModels for £41. The RRP is about £46. So a few places are doing it a little bit cheaper. eModels especially is one of them. Standard colour box for Special Hobby. A little bit smaller than the Tempest. It's probably like the standard box size, because there is a considerable difference between this kit size and the Tempest. Now on the side of the box we have some CAD drawings, as you can see there. If we look on the overhead, we'll have a little looky see at them. So we've got resin wheels, photo-etch interior part and resin rudder pedals, radio receiver, exhaust, MG muzzles and gun charging handle, and pre-cut mask. Now the mask, I'm pretty sure they look like Montex. I might be wrong. I'd have thought they'd be using Edward, to be honest. I think they're a Czech company. They would have been doing it. So Special Hobby is part of, I think it's the MPM group, which owns CMK kits as well. Yeah, Czech Republic, like we thought. Not much information on the side, just a repeat of that box art. Now, the Normandy Nyman. This was a fighter squadron served on the Eastern Front, and it's notable for being one of the only 3 units in the Western, the Allied countries, to see combat on the Eastern Front during the Second World War. I think it comprised of originally French fighter pilots. It was sent to help Soviet forces, a suggestion of the President Charles de Gaulle. So it's a bit of a strange one for sure. I think it later became a squadron in its own right. There's a bit of information online if you want to have a quick read of it, but I had to read it. I'll be honest, I knew nothing about it at all. I just had a quick Google, and it's quite an interesting story. So have a quick have a Google of it, you'll find a bit of information, have a little read, because it is quite interesting. So let's open the box up and have a look at what we've got inside. So it's an absolute tight as hell box to open. It's your typical staple box. So typical like Edward, really staple the corners. Pop that over there. So inside we've got the instruction book, same as the Special Hobby one, not the Special Hobby one, Tempest one. We've got the clear parts. We've got one big bag of plastic. Not a fan of that at all. We've got some decals. Nice. And unusually, different to the piece of sprue. Different to the Tempest we reviewed recently, all the resin, PE and mass set are all popped in one of CMK's actual boxes. So that keeps them all nice and safe and free from damage. So we'll leave those in there till the end, along with the decals and the instructions. We've got a random bit of sprue. We've got a little split in the bag just there caused by the wing. Not a fan of all the parts being thrown in together. We've got a couple of parts of loose sprue in there, which I don't know where it's come from. And we also have a couple of the actual kit parts which have come loose off the sprues themselves as well, which is why I don't like these being all lobbed in one box. You know, Special Hobby, if you watch, just put your parts in separate bags. Nobody wants damaged or loose parts. Just have a quick look. So we've got the side fuselage, the cowling, lower wing section. wheels, etc. Props, control surfaces, very nice. We have the upper wing surfaces. It's a very, very strange way of doing this. I've had a look through the instructions, it's like, okay, it's different. I've got another piece of random plastic in there, and the nose just come off as well. I don't know where that actually came from. Okay, right, so what we'll do, we'll start with the upper wing surfaces. So as you can see, you got 4 MGs mounted to the front. No, I'm joking, they're sprues, so then you're cutting off, cleaning up. We've got inside, we've got some interior wheel bay detail. It's very basic, so if you're up to scratch building some, get some in there. Have a quick look on that close-up cam, you can see. So it depicts a bit of ribbon and whatnot. Isn't too bad. Plenty of ejector pin marks in there, but they're not on the way, and they're not showing through to the exterior. Got a little bit of excess plastic there on mine, but we can deal with that. So up surface is quite plain on the Yak, pardon the pun. There's no rivet detail or panel lines as such really. So it's going to take a bit of interest in weathering with your paintwork and weathering to make it look good. Otherwise it's going to look a bit boring. So if you come in close and have a look. Nice bit of detail on the ailerons. A little bit of work, I suppose you could cut them out and lower them if you needed, or position them where you wanted. You've got wing root detail. Like I say, it's a completely different way of doing it. This is the upper part. So there's no wing root as such. I don't know how it's going to attach. I'll have to look through the instructions. But this is basically the cockpit floor inside. So a bit of a different way of doing it. But we've got some rivets, access ports. Like I said, I've got a little bit of a flaw in the plastic just there, which will sand off, it's no problem at all. Quick go over one of our sanders and away it goes. Got landing navigation lights on the wings, depicted quite nicely just there, as you can see. So they need a little bit of work. And again, no problem at all. It's crisply moulded. There's no real. There's a few marks here and there, but it's a special hobby kit. Not going to expect anything less. And yeah, a little bit of cleanup. You're not going to have any problems with that at all. We'll grab the lower surface this time. We'll keep the continuity. So this is the lower part. Whether this was on a sprue like that originally and they're all the bits I found, I don't know. But anyway, lower part, we've got a bit of rivet detail. We've got the flaps, lower half of the ailerons, landing gear bay, actual doors themselves. Yep, so not too bad at all. This has got some rivet detail on a couple of panel lines as well, so we have a quick look. You can see them there. Just get the camera to focus on it all. So there you go, some panel line in detail, some riveting. Again, the riveting's nice. Panel lines are good, they're not overdone, they're not too deep, not trench-like. And again, the detail is pretty good. If I run you through the entire lower wing, you can have a look. Try and catch some of that detail as we go. So again, it looks pretty nice. Nice bit of surface detail. Run along the back too. Not too bad at all. What the parts might look like, I don't know, but we will build this at some point, so hopefully you will see it come together. Fuselage halves. Now, I see how they've done it. So yeah, we've got 2 fuselage halves. We've got what look to be radiator vents and the front nose cowling as well. And again, the side surface detail of the aircraft itself is quite plain. Gotta stop saying that. So not a huge amount of panel line detail. There's some riveting on the side there, and it runs a little bit short at the end, so I have to add a few of those rivets back in, which is no problem. But where there are any details, so you've got the screw on off panels here and there. They're quite nicely depicted. As to auxiliary panel lines, and where the exhausts go, and a vertical stabilizer. So yeah, no real problems there at all. The nose cowling, where the MGs are. Got a little bit of riveting detail on top. Again, the panel lines there are nice, they're not deep, they're not ridiculously overscale. And again, no problem at all. Inside we've got some rear landing bay detail, which is quite nice. We've also got some interior cockpit detail. Again, very basic. We've got an ejector pin just there, so that might need dealing with because it'll probably be on show. This one at the back here shouldn't be a problem at all, but that one probably will need rectifying. And the same on the other side as well. That ejector pin's a bit more problematic because it's right in the detail, but whether you're going to see it, I don't know. You'd think you'd have to up at the cockpit, and to be honest, you're probably not going to see it at all. I'm sure, especially if you've done the homework and made sure none of these ejector pins are in the way. Yeah, that's where the nose came from. The nose came from this sprue. So we'll keep that there. So we've got the elevators, we've got the props, the rudder, the gear bay doors, prop spinner, the nose, so on and so forth. So we've got some ribbon detail just there, as you can see. It's quite nice. Got some nice ribbon detail on the gear doors. Again, the horizontal stabilizers quite plain at the back. Elevators again showing that. Sorry, that's a rudder. The rudder showing that fabric effect on there as well. Yeah, looks really good. A little bit of flash on the props, so they're going to need rectifying. It's quite a bit there, but it's a quite nasty flash actually, because it's actually kind of flat in the end of it, you can see there. But it's not a drama, you should be able to rectify that. Hopefully somebody will come out with an aftermarket prop for it at some point, you never know. But a quick clean of one of our UMP sponges, you'll be job done, no problem at all. I'm just trying to figure out these parts that we've got. Right, so I was right, yeah, they are elevators, because there's two of them, that's the rudder. I thought I was right, I was getting confused, being silly. So very nice detail all around, all in half, so they're all going to need gluing, clamping, maybe a bit of filler here and there. But the gear doors got a little bit of detail inside as well, so they hold the wash quite nicely. So no problem all there. We'll just have a quick look at the nose, which isn't really all that much to look at. A little bit of flash here and there. Just going to need a little bit of clean up. And unfortunately a little bit of damage there, which twisted off that sprue. So that's going to need rectifying, and in fact, since we've got huge chunks out of it, I might even contact Special Hobby about that. Guys, I'm going to have to muck around filling that. To be honest though, it shouldn't be that much of a job to fill. We'll see, we'll play that one by ear. We'll have a little looky see. Right, let's go with this one. So, we've got what looks to be interior cockpit detail. So we've got bracings for the side, framework, instrument panels, the control column, looks like part of the floor. So some nice intricate parts, very nicely moulded. The detail on that control stick is very nice. Coming for a close look at that because that warrants a nice close look. Actually a really nice sprue. There's no flash on this one at all. The little tiny parts don't even have a hint of flash on them. There's no damage. The detail is very nice on all the small parts. Really good. Quite impressed about that. So if we have a little close look. So there you go. Just move down through them all. See, very crisply moulded. Really good. Like that. Very nice. Really impressed with that control stick. See, that's moulded out of plastic. That's very nice. I really do like that. Very cool. So yeah, all these little intricate parts are superbly moulded and should build into a nice cockpit. I'm assuming similar to the way that Airfix did that Hurricane 48 scale one they did a while back. You could build a cockpit up on that lower wing section, then insert it in, so you get all the cockpit laid out on the wing. I think the 24th Typhoon builds it like that as well. So you get to see cockpit quite well really, and it all installs in one shot. Job done. So this is the last actual grey sprue. So we've got the landing gear, front wheels, rear wheel. We've got the instrument panel, it's very basic. Landing struts. Looks like I don't know what that is actually. The cockpit detail. I can't tell. I've got the exhaust, which not hollowed out on the kit part, as you can see, but the resin parts they are. What we'll do is just have a quick look around all this close up to save mucking around. So again, all nice parts, very cushy, and the landing gear legs are very, very nice. Really nice actually. Tyres are good, no flat spots in them, but they do have surface detail on them. And again, instrument panel, a little bit basic. What looks to be some sort of intake grill. These parts, I'm not sure what they are, unless I'm being daft. They're part of sidewall detail of the cockpit, it's got to be. So they can think, we'll know in a minute we go through the instructions. Various other parts. Very nice. Very, very nice. Nicely crispy moulded. No problems there whatsoever. So there's all the grey styrene parts, and I've got the clear ones as usual. These can often make or break it. So far it doesn't look bad. To me it doesn't look the quality of the Tempest. It looks a bit rough in areas. So I'll have to have a look. So obviously 2 sets of canopy options. We've got completely closed all in one unit and the separate parts for open. We've also got what looks to be, is that a bulletproof screen? Yeah, must be. And landing lights as well. Now the actual canopies themselves, let's have a look. Probably going to white out, but we'll have a little look. The optical quality of them is actually quite good. Front screen's a little thick where it curves around, but that's kind of be expected. But overall it's actually pretty damn good. That's not bad at all. Front screen's a little bit loose. They're a little bit ropey, they're not the best. But yeah, I can't fault them really. See, this is what I hate about some of the parts. This was even kept separately, but the parts start getting knocked off the sprues and this is how they get damaged. Seems to be very, very careful. Yeah, not too bad at all. If you want to depict it fully closed, you've got the option. If you want to have it open separately, you've got the option as well. So nice to get that option, which is always good. Just going to pop this back in the bag. I always put the clear parts back in their bags. So I'll put it in and keep that nice and tight as well. Hopefully that part won't fall off and get damaged. Right. Aftermarket bit. So there's a little box to open. Try not to damage it. I like CMK's packaging. I think it's quite striking. So we're going to leave the box like that, so put everything back in. So here we have resin bits, which are absolutely beautiful. Oh, very, very nice. They're good. We've got some PE parts, PE belts. They're not bad actually. They're not bad. And the mass set as well. We'll have a look at those in a second. Let's look at these resin bits. I would have liked to have seen HUW belts to this like there was with the Tempest. I would have paid another few pounds more to quite happily have those. But those PE ones don't actually look that bad. So in here, we'll just move those bits. We got some resin. Excuse my hand, that's UMP primer. I've got some weird disease where my fingers going black. So I'm assuming that's the radio. We got the resin foot pedals, MG barrels, and a few other little components which I'm not going to lie, I don't know what they are, but they're really nice. I assume it's a radio, looks really good. MG barrels are nicely crisply cast as well, as to all the foot controls, really nice. CMK does some really nice resin, really cannot fault it. Beautiful. So a little bit of clean up here and there, bit of gentle persuasion off that plug, bit of clean up, job done, so very nice. Got the exhaust. Now there's 2 pair of these, nicely hollowed out, so they're going to look really good as well. And again, a little bit of work to get them off the plug, a little bit of work in there with a sharp knife just to get rid of any of that excess flash of the resin. But yeah, they're very nice. Nice little extra to get in the kit, so obviously there's 2 of those. I've got the rear landing gear wheel, which is weighted. Does depict some nice surface detail as well. On both sides as well. Oh, That's it, throw it on the floor. Man down. We got a man down. There we go. I forgot which side I was showing you now, but we'll show you both. There we go. So yeah, don't go dropping all the bits on the floor, it doesn't help. There we go, so the rear wheel, very, very nice, and these two front ones are stunning. They are really nice. Again, weighted, you've got some writing on them. Tyre size. The tread's very nice on them as well. Get the hold of wash really well. Obviously centre nut detail, very, very good, and they are really nice. Yeah, some top quality resin there, which I wouldn't expect anything less from CMK. They do some beautiful bits. Every aircraft I buy at the minute, I go and look at the aftermarket and it's like, oh my god, look at all that. And it costs twice as much as the kit for the aftermarket. But it's just beautiful, beautiful aftermarket. Right, so we've got the mass set and the PE. So mass set, typical black mass set, very crisply cut, assuming it's laser cut. Really nice. So it's a vinyl mass set, very similar to Montex. Whether they're manufactured by them, I don't know, but I am surprised not to see Eduard mass sets in here as well. But no, really nice. So they're a helpful bonus as well in masking up. And then the PE. Like I say, I would have liked to seen HGW belts, the fabric / paper belts. But I'll be honest, they're actually quite nice for PE belts. I nailed them with a jet lighter, just a quick, and I mean quick, flash past with the lighter. Literally you'll see the PE discolor, and that nails it and takes all the springiness out of the PE, and allows you to position it where you want it a lot better. But really good. Quite impressed for PE belts. They're going to look quite nice. Nice bit of detail paint and a little bit of weathering. Job done. They're going to look really, really good. So again, I'm going to pop them back in their bag, just to keep everything safe. Like I say, I think the only criticism of the actual kit is, especially if you are watching, and I do send them the links to the videos, is please pack your sprues separately. Please do it. It makes a huge difference in the quality of the kit, and it keeps all the parts safe, stops any damage to the parts. So if you are watching, please package all your parts separately. Your kits are getting better and better and better all the time, and it's a shame to have parts broken off the sprue, getting random little bits of plastic in the box, like so, because that is quite disconcerting to see, like, oh my god, what's that snapped off. But yeah, please do it. And things like the nose has broke off on me, and it is actually damaged. So they were packaged separately. That it really does reduce the risk of that happening. So again, second time, I'll be in touch with Special Hobby. And by the way, in the Tempest review, the gun sight was damaged. I said I'd contact them. They did get back to me. I think it took about a week for them to get back to me, and they said the part's in the post. So hopefully I'll have my replacement gun sight pretty soon. So there you go. Right, decals. Let's have a look at the decals. Now, this is printed by Eduard, so this is why I'm saying I'm surprised not to see an Eduard mask in there. So, 2 sheets of decals. We get them both out. Sticky bags being a little bit of a pain. Decals are stuck to the bag. There we go. Right, so the main register markings and what have you. Look at that on the tail. Very, very pretty. Huge big decal for the tail. That is going to look absolutely stunning. So, that's quite nice. We've got separate instrument panel decals, dials and what have you. So that's quite a nice little touch. Obviously you've got the red stars. We've got a few stencils, not a lot. Russian aircraft weren't stenciled to high heaven back then. And like I say, this nice tail registry marking, which I haven't looked at the different markings yet, but I will definitely be using that one because that's quite striking. Decals, are they cartograph? Don't know. It says printed by Eduard, so I don't know. Tough to say, but they look good. They're nice and thin, they're not too thick. They look to be a register. Yeah, all the colours are good, nice and sharp, nice and contrasting. The stencils are good, they're not blurry, you can read them. If I could read Russian, I could tell you what they said. There's like numbers 310, 147 there, little tiny ones. So very, very good. So sheet 1, very, very nice. And sheet 2 is all the aircraft markings themselves. So, again, printed by Edward. We've got all the markings. We've got some kill markings there. And all the other number markings of the kit. Again, nice thin decals. I'd say they look in register, but there's no way of really seeing on these because it's just white. Colour's good, they're all crisp. Not a lot of carrier film apart from these bits here, so be careful of those. Let's have a look at these ones of carrier film actually. And again, yeah, not a lot of carrier film on those, so yeah, good decals, very, very nice. So let me pop these back in their bag, which is always fun to do. So we'll have one go, and if not, we'll leave them be till later because they are a bit of a pig to get back in. See, told you, so they can wait till later. Right, so instructions. So far, kit looks good. A few little niggles here and there. Well, I think we can get over a lot of those. So we have some information. Let me get my white balance back. Bit of information on the aircraft itself and the history. So I'm going to pop that there, do my usual trick. If you guys want to read it, give it a pause. I don't know if that works actually. Does it work? No one's ever got back to me on that. Can you actually read it on the camera? Let me know in the chat. In the comments, am I wasting my time doing it? It's just like a blurry mess. Am I like, oh look. Let me know. But a bit of information now I'm going to go into, but basically a bit of information I gave you before. It goes over it in a little bit more detail. So, sprue layout, as usual, symbol meanings in the instructions down the bottom. Again, sprue layout, any parts not used, I've got to cross through them. There's not a massive amount, just a few here and there, so very, very good. Same layout as the Tempest ones, but this time a bit better. The instructions, colour callouts are at the front. So the callouts are in Gun Sanyo, Mr. Colour and Mr. Accurate, so very good. Red, yellow, white, black, tan, burnt iron, tyre black, light gold grey, red, brown, dark iron and aluminium. I've probably got most of these colours in ACAN, so I'll probably use ACAN on this. Colours, instructions are good, nice, clear, concise. I've had no problems on the Tempest I'm building at the minute. They're all pretty clear and everything goes. They're not too busy, they're not cluttered. The colour callouts are very noticeable. Big niggle of mine and a lot of people, Revel kits. How many times you look at R and think, oh, what's that? And they think, oh, is that a sprue? Or, you know, and then you have to go all the way back to the front to look for colour R, because they don't just give you the specific colour. So it can be a little bit of a problem. But overall, looks very good. Nice and clear. Anything that's a PE or a decal is clearly depicted, so there's no messing around, not knowing where it goes. Assembly looks pretty straightforward. So again, like I say, you build the cockpit sides up and to build the frame as there. Cockpit halves go together. Control surfaces going together. I'm assuming that you're gonna pop it on. So building up the wheelbase, they were a nightmare on the Tempest. Assembling the cockpit on that upper wing surface and then slotting it through as per the bottom. I thought that was going to be the way I did it, obviously. The gun barrels go on those cowlings at the front. And yeah, I think that's going to build up quite nice. No surface detail on top, so you haven't got a lot of rescribing or re-riveting to do. Landing gear bays, instrument panel, gun sight, etc, etc. Wheelbase, landing bay doors, so on and so forth. Canopies, obviously your choice, you have it opened or closed. And that's it. Mast sets, so explaining where all the different masts go, which is quite a nice touch. So no problems there. And then all your decal schemes. So we have A, B, C, D, E, so 5 of them. Do we have that one with that nice French tail? Oh yes, there it is. Beautiful. Like that one, that'll be the one I'm doing probably. So we have Yak-3 white number 6, 1 squadron, autumn 1944. We have white 00 East Prussia, 44-45. There you go. That's quite cool. Quite like that. We have White 24, Roland Poyup, is it? Hero of the Soviet Union, Eastern Prussia, autumn 1944. So he's obviously a well-known possible fighter ace. The one that I would probably pick to do is White 22, which is Pierre Douar Le Bourget, is it? Airfield, France, June 1945. He claimed 2 victories over the Eastern Front. So a little bit of information over each aircraft and each pilot, which is pretty cool. And the last one, which is White 4, Lieutenant Roger Robert Markey, and that's Lithuania Summit in 1944. So very, very good. So we're all the same colour. It looks as though we are. Yep, we are. So if we go on the one I want to build, colour scheme is blue-grey, which is H or C308, over dark grey, C317 or H317, and underneath is light blue H323 and C323 as well. The darker blue, oh, you got to paint the prop, the nose, excellent. So the prop needs painting in 3 different colours, so that'll be fun. So you've got blue, white, red on there, but it'll look very, very nice. Very striking aircraft. This one, because there's not a panel line work on there, you're going to have to do some nice weathering to those upper surfaces. A bit like the IL-2, not a lot of surface detail on the wings and what have you. So it's going to be all on your paintwork and weathering. I'm assuming these things would have been pretty well battered in their day. So there we go. So there's the instructions. MPM Productions Gun Sanyo. Nice to see guns with them, not normal Humbrels and whatnot. Like a lot of instructions still include. So instruction book, very good. Really do like these special hobby instruction books. They're becoming a firm favourite of mine. They're nice and clear, and I've had no problems yet at all. So there we go. This is Special Hobby 32nd scale Yak-3. Looks to be a good kit. I'd say it's not quite on par with the recent released Tempest, which I am currently building, and it just reminded me to show you something. This was the difference in size of these things. So there's the Yak upper wing surfaces, and there's the Tempest. Let me get it right. So a considerable size difference in them. Pretty damn big aircraft, the Tempest, and obviously the Yak's quite a small one as well. I meant to show that before and I forgot. So yeah, while it's not on par with the Tempest, it is cheaper. The Tempest is about £68, depending on where you go. This one's £41, so it is a considerable price difference. But considering they're both new tool releases, I would expect them to be on pretty much on par with them. I've got a few flaws in mine. Not only the nose cone damaged, but there's a couple of little bits of re-riveting that need doing. Like a few little surface blemishes that need dealing with, but nothing too drastic at all. So hopefully I will get on building this at some point pretty soon. I've been enjoying the Tempest. It's been sat drying for a few days after having all its wings clamped and the fuselage clamped together, so it's due to be worked on pretty soon, and hopefully we can get back to well, we can start this Yak at some point. I've got a big long list of aircraft. They're all there above me that I want to get building. Really got my mojo back for the aircraft, so really enjoying them again. But yeah, if you're looking for the Yak-3, I highly recommend it. If you don't mind a little bit of work, and bear in mind it is going to be a kit that isn't just going to fall together. It is going to take a little bit of work from yourself and a little bit of head scratching as well. So there you go. Support ISM. Thanks for watching. As per usual, go check out our Facebook page, International Scale Modeller, our forum, intscalemodeller.com, and also Ultimate Modelling Products, umpretail.com. All the links are down below in the comments, well, the actual description of the video. And also check out our live shows on a Tuesday and a Friday from 7:30 UK time. Tuesday's build night, the camera's on me most of the night and I'm just building away something. And Fridays are our free live giveaway and show. So we give you more of a show on Friday, show everyone's been building, everyone's been working on. We have a couple of prize draws to give away, announce all the new kit releases, so on and so forth, and have a good laugh, have a good chat with you people in the chat as well. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed the review. Any comments or criticisms, please post down below. Let me know about that little bit where I hold up the instructions to read the description of the aircraft. Can you read that, or am I wasting my time doing it? Because I've never asked before. And there we go. So, I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.